Welcome, young people of Glenwood. It's been half term this week, so we have been not doing any work and we've been camping in our garden. Do you want to look around the camp? Show on the campsite. The main service is looking at the fruits of the Spirit at the moment. Bonus points if you can name them all without Googling it. So I thought I'd try and be consistent and I would do the same. This week is kindness. So, what do you think when you think about kindness? Something like this, perhaps? Okay, some nice ideas there. Kindness is one of the fruits of the Spirit, like we said. So if you do want to look that up, that's in Galatians. It's chapter 5, verses 22 to 23. If we live our lives the way God wants us to live, then these things will be like the fruit that grow out of our lives. They are joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness and self-control. So, like on the video, we often think of kindness as like an action, but what if it became a whole lifestyle? Ava is now going to read from Colossians, and it's chapter 3, verse 12.
Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness and patience.
Thank you, Ava. So that was part of a letter that Paul wrote to a church in Colossae. We all know Paul. Paul was, at first he was dead against the Christians, dead against Jesus, and actually went around trying to stop people from being Christians. But then he met Jesus, like this was after Jesus had died. Jesus appeared to him, he met him, and he said, "Paul, pack it in, will you?" So he did, and then Paul actually became probably one of the he wrote quite a lot of the New Testament, writing letters to various people in various churches. So the people in Colossae, they were good Christian people, but some groups within the church had started to get into like paganism, worshipping idols, that sort of stuff. And Paul wanted to tell them to get their act together and start living how God wants them to live instead. So, what does he tell them? Lots of stuff. In this particular verse, he says, "Clothe yourself with kindness." Clothe yourself. Put on kindness, like wear it on you. Yeah. When you first meet a person, often the first thing you notice, unless like they smell really bad or they hit the perfume pretty heavy today, the first thing you notice is the clothes they're wearing. This person likes sport. This person is a pharmacist.
This person is a cyclist.
This person is Father Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Good examples there, right? Paul tells the church in Colossae to clothe themselves in kindness. Let kindness be the first thing that people see of you. And wear it all day. Don't just put the kindness on for a bit and then once you've met a couple of people, go get changed into something else, right? So how do we make kindness into something we can keep wrapped around us all day? 3 ways. First thing, kindness with words. It's so easy to be unkind with words. It's actually often the first thing that comes into your head.
How do you like my new hairstyle? Maybe a different one may suit you a little better. Okay. Now you like my hair. I think your natural brown suits you best. Okay. How about now? Much better.
So just stop yourself and have a little think whether what you're about to say is kind. And maybe think about how you might say it in a kinder way. Number 2, kindness with your actions. Again, so very easy not to do the kind thing. We're all busy, we've got places to go, things to do. But sometimes you could just stop and take a bit of time to stop and talk to someone. Stop and be kind to someone. You might know that Glenwood runs an outreach to homeless and vulnerably, it's easy to say that, isn't it? Vulnerably housed people called TAVs, right? If you get chatting to the people down there, many will tell you that the one thing they value most is when someone actually stops to chat to them. It's so easy to walk past a homeless person. I do it. You've got somewhere to go, you don't have the time, you can't stop and help every single one of them. But sometimes, if you can, stop and chat. Even better, if you can, offer them some food or some money. But most will just appreciate the fact that you've acknowledged they're a human being, they're a person. And isn't that just a thing you walk past and ignore? Number 3, kindness in your attitude. This is the hard one, because this is how you feel. Instinctively, I guess. It's the way you feel about things. Someone annoys you, you're annoyed. Stop and think, why is this person being annoying? Maybe she's got family problems. Maybe it's something going on that you don't know about that's making that person upset, and that's why they're annoying you. Just be kind. Give people the benefit of the doubt. You'll find that if you start being kind with your words and with your actions, then your attitude will start to change as well. You might find that you're the only part of Jesus this person sees during the day. Now, because I'm so kind, this week is less of a Tim jabbering kind of week. It's more of a 2 YouTube clip kind of week. So, here's another video.
I'd say, as a goal in life, you could do worse than try to be kinder. In 7th grade, this new kid joined our class. In the interest of confidentiality, her name will be Ellen. Ellen was small, shy. She wore these blue cat's eye glasses that at the time only old ladies wore. When nervous, which was pretty much always, she had a habit of taking a strand of hair into her mouth and chewing on it. So she came to our school and our neighborhood and was mostly ignored, occasionally teased, "Your hair tastes good?" that sort of thing. I could see this hurt her. I still remember the way she'd look after such an insult, eyes cast down, a little gut kicked, as if, having just been reminded of her place in things, she was trying as much as possible to disappear. After a while, she'd drift away, hair strands still in her mouth. Sometimes I'd see her hanging around alone in her front yard as if afraid to leave it. And then she moved. That was it. One day she was there, next day she wasn't. End of story. Now, why do I regret that? Why, 42 years later, am I still thinking about it? Relative to most of the other kids, I was actually pretty nice to her. I never said an unkind word to her. In fact, I sometimes even mildly defended her. But still, it bothers me. What I regret most in my life are failures of kindness. Those moments when another human being was there in front of me, suffering, and I responded sensibly, reservedly, mildly. Or to look at it from the other end of the telescope, who in your life do you remember most fondly, with the most undeniable feelings of warmth? Those who were kindest to you, I bet. But kindness, it turns out, is hard. It starts out all rainbows and puppy dogs and expands to include, well, everything.
Fionn wanted to read from a book she's just finished. It's called Evie and the Animals, and it's by Matt Haig. And at the end, Grandma's offering a few wise words.
It's kindness. That's what made you stronger in the end. Kindness is a boomerang. You throw it out and get it back. You've done kind things in the world and you've been rewarded with kindness in return. Well, think about it. You were kind to a rabbit, then she helped us escape. You helped that snake and it saved your life, our lives. You were kind to Scruff and when you helped his poorly paw. Now he loves you. You were kind to Beak and he pooped on your enemies. Dear Lord, thank you for the young people of Glenwood Church. We thank you for the kindness and the grace you show to us every single day. We ask that you help us clothe ourselves in kindness, so that kindness is what others see in us and know that it's because of you. Amen.